Hello guys, welcome to ProTech YouTube channel. As you can see, I have built a liquid cooled DIY custom desk PC. If you didn't watch the first two videos of this project, I highly recommend you to watch those videos. Link is in the description. In this video, I will explain you the build blocks, specifications of what are all the parts I have used in this build, and how this PC is made. Building a high-performance gaming PC with liquid-cooled desk build is my long-time dream, even passion we can say. So let's talk about advantages and disadvantages of liquid-cooled desk PC first. First, let me see the advantages. Liquid-cooled PC reduces almost double the temperature reduced by air-cooled PC, especially in high-temperature regions like India. And what if temperature reduces by half? All the PC components are designed with over-temperature protection in their PCB, which reduces its performance automatically when the temperature exceeds the limit. A high-performance PC generally will generate high temperature when compared to the low-performance office computers, which results in slowing down the clock speed of its operating speed and performance. Personally, I have experienced the same high-end specs used in this build performed slower than on air-cooled build before liquid cooling. So, lower temperature means higher performance. And then another advantage is increase in parts life. Obviously, we expect our lakhs of investment to last longer. Generally, high temperature in PC components reduce its lifespan. Cooler temperature of PC components by liquid cooling will increase the overall life of components. And third advantage of using desk PC is aesthetics. Come on, look at this. Who doesn't want to stop gaming and just watch the water running into this system with all those RGB lightings? Let me say it. Whoever watches my first video of build completely from 0-1 second to end of this video completely will definitely have a great sense of feeling the aesthetics. So let's talk about the disadvantages of liquid cooled desk build. You guys may or may not know that desk PC cases available in India is almost zero. Even if you try to import to India from other countries, it will be like, let's say if you want to build a high performance gaming PC with 4K, RTX, ray tracing and everything, if your PC components alone costs around 1 lakh, then the imported desk PC case alone will cost you another 1 lakh without any other PC components. That is like building one gaming PC at the cost of two. So cost of desk PC is very high. That is exactly why I made my own DIY desk PC. Now the second disadvantage of owning a desk PC is very high difficulty in maintaining the liquid cooled PC. Every 1 or 2 years the loop need to be flushed, cleaned and need to be replaced with new liquid in the loop, which is not at all easy. I am talking not just about draining the liquid and replacing it. I am talking about dismantling the whole loop, carefully cleaning every parts of the loop with consciously choosing the cleaner liquid accordingly, because not all the parts in the loop can be cleaned with detergent or soap or shampoo. Cleaning GPU water block required to dismantle the water block itself, and more specific cleaning solution is needed, which does not affect the copper chrome coating of the block. So maintaining a liquid cooled PC is more headache than building one. But it's all worth it, won't you agree? Gaming AAA titled games in 4K 55-inch monitor in ultra graphic settings with high FPS, it's definitely worth it. So now let's get into the specifications and components I have used in this build. Let's start with the motherboard first. I have used ASUS TUF Gaming Z370 motherboard which has LGA 1151 slot which support 8th generation Intel Core processors. Talking about the processors, I have used Intel 8th generation Core i7-8700 processor, the non-K version. Since this was my first build, I don't want to get into any trouble of improper overclocking which screws up the whole system. I like my PC to be more stable for daily usage. So I prefer to go with non-K variant. The processor is cooled with Corsair H100i closed loop liquid cooler which uses single radiator with dual fans on both sides for effective cooling. Now talking about the RAM, I'm using not other than G.Skill Trident Z RGB RAM with 8x2, total of 16 gigs of RAM with 3200 MHz. Looks beautiful with those flood lightings. For power supply, I have used the Overkill Corsa HX1200 fully modular power supply unit. HX1200 is extremely overkill for this PC that the fans are not at all turning on even on hours of heavy usage, which is supposed to turn on when we use 60% of its power supply capacity. For storage, I am using 3 devices, 2 Seagate hard disk drives, one with 4 TB and 1 TB drives, total of 5 TB storage, and for Windows operating system, I have installed 256 GB WD M.2 SSD separately. For GPU, I am using Evergreen Beast NVIDIA GTX 1080 Ti. Yes, I am using the GTX variant on 2022, I know. But since this channel is not sponsored by anyone, I bought the GPU myself 3 years back. At that time, 1080 Ti is the second greatest gaming beast and the first one is Titan XP. But still it runs up to current date top high graphics AAA title games in 4K. So who cares? I stick with GTX series. Now let's get into the custom liquid cooling part. So the GPU is fixed with water block from Barrow with nice RGB lighting. For radiator, I have used Bikeski 420mm radiator with 120mm RGB fans attached to it with a RGB and fan controller unit. I have used a cheap water reservoir bought from AliExpress. At first I thought it will be made of very cheap material because of the price point, but it ends up receiving strong with pretty good finish, so gets job done. This is the water pump from Barrow, which is PWM variant, so it can be speed controlled with a smooth curve. Here I have used a small filter in case of any foreign objects enters into the loop, which is very harmful to the pump, radiator and the water block. It will get trapped into this filter. And this is the water flow indicator. Since this pump is extremely silent, you will not know in case of the pump stops working, ends up stopping of liquid circulation, which results in overheating of components. Using this, you can get to know that pump is working fine and the liquid is flowing normally. I have designed the loop with drain port fixed with valve for easy flushing of the loop. Now, I'll explain the working principle of this PC. First, I have this water reservoir here, which stores the water or coolant for circulation. This coolant is pulled in through this tubing by this pump. After that, the liquid is pushed through this piping and passes through this indicator, which I already said it indicates the movement of the liquid in the loop. If not, then you can get to know that the pump is faulty and the liquid is not circulating. After that, the liquid is moved into this GPU water block and circulated into this GPU components and core, which is the hottest part of GPU. And then the water moved out of this piping and moves through this tube and reaches this filter, which is completely optional and it is not necessary to be installed. After this, the liquid enters into this radiator, gets circulated and cooled by these fans, and at last enters into the reservoir. This process is repeated. The reason I have used 2 different loops for processor and graphics card is, since this is my first build, I don't want the risk of coolant liquid leaking into the motherboard due to improper connection in tube joints. That is also the reason I have placed the graphics card away from the motherboard using the PCIe extender cable and using a closed loop liquid cooler on CPU for 100% safe setup. The disk is completely handmade, providing all the required ports including optical drive provisions, radiator mount plates, fan mounts, air circulation ports, power supply provision, and I even tried to make the disk with all hidden cable management design, but ends up some cable passing outside because of cable size shortage. Not forgot to mention that the table is completely usable with complete set of drawers and storage provisions. And at last, I have connected this PC with 4K HDR 60Hz 55-inch LED TV from Philips and a custom made audio system which make gaming in this PC a complete lifelike experience. So that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed this content. Let me know of your comments and questions in the comment section below. Subscribe for more contents like this. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.